Okay. Good morning. My name is Anjelica. An Ethiopian archbishop once said at Bob Marley's funeral that trying to talk about Bob Marley is like trying to take a sip from the ocean. I'm an avid Marley fan, and for this presentation and over the years, I've gathered a lot of credible resources from books and articles to documentaries about his life and why he was such an influential person. Today I'm going to talk to you about Bob Marley, the civil rights activist, the human rights activist, and what he did to fight for social equality. First, I'll talk to you about where he grew up and why he felt there needed to be positive change in his community. Second, I'll talk to you about how he chose to speak out about this through his lyrics. And third, about how his actions practiced what he preached. So Bob Marley grew up, he was actually born in 9 Miles, Jamaica, but when he was younger, when he got a little bit older, his mother and him moved to Trenchtown, which is near Kingston, Jamaica. Now, Trenchtown is one of the roughest parts of Jamaica. There's literally makeshift shacks in every square inch of the land. And it's just overrun with people and debris, and there's no sense of hope. There's a lot of hopelessness. There's not a lot of opportunities to move out of this area in Jamaica. His song entitled Trenchtown actually says, and they say, can anything good come out of Trenchtown? Which shows that people viewed him already as he was stuck there, stuck to repeat a cycle of living in poverty, of living in Trenchtown and not making anything for himself. So there was a lot of oppression, there was a lot of social injustices in Trenchtown, and he decided he needed to speak out about it. He did so through his lyrics. So you know kind of where he's coming from now with his lyrics. Some of his songs, including Buffalo Soldier, Get Up, Stand Up, and Chant Down Babylon, spoke a lot about social injustices and moving forward positively. Babylon is a term used to describe a system of oppression, usually caused by colonialism or imperialism, essentially a system that keeps a group of people down without providing them opportunities to better themselves. So when he sings of Chant Down Babylon, he says music is the key. He believes that you can chant down the walls of Babylon. You can get out of this negative situation through music, through the power of lyrics and music and uniting people and empowering people through songs like Get Up, Stand Up, where he says, stand up for your right. This is your life. This is important. You can't give up. You need to defend your right to live. So I've talked to you about his lyrics and what his message was. Now he acted on this message. He owned a home in Kingston on Hope Street. And this house really was a symbol of hope. It was always open to anyone who needed help, who needed spiritual guidance, who needed financial help, who needed a place to sleep. His home was always open. So he really did practice what he preached. He lived a life of peace and unity. And in an interview in the documentary entitled Marley, which is on Netflix, it's free, you guys should watch it, the interviewer asks him, are you rich? And he says, what do you mean by rich? And he says, do you have a lot of possessions? Do you have money in the bank? And he says, that's not what makes me rich. He's like, I'm rich off of life forever. So this kind of thinking that he had shows that if someone were to ask him for money, he wouldn't think twice. That's not what was important to him. What was important to him was social equality and standing up for your rights and being a good person. So now I've talked to you about how Bob Marley grew up and why he was so empowered to help others move out of the situation of Babylon, of oppression, how he did so through his lyrics by connecting to others, empowering others in his situation, and how his actions in his life practice what he preached. And I hope that you can learn that if there are situations in your community that you wish to change, you can do so, and it doesn't have to be political, it doesn't have to be through protest, it could be through music. Thank you so much for your time.